Matt Vasgersian here as the guys and I bring you closer to first pitch on the MLB pregame show with tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Willie Winters will be our focus, and what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today." That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly. We'll see if he's still in top shape in this matchup here today.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. Friday night baseball under the dome at Tropicana Field. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. With that, we give you a look at A.J. Hinch's Astros lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, they got to love the production they're getting out of their leadoff hitter right now. He sports a batting average with runners in scoring position over 300, so you could say he relishes in those big moments. We'll see if that's
taken for ball one as we get underway at 7-11 tonight. And Eric, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And the thing about baseball is that each new day brings a new opportunity. So we'll see if these guys are up to the task here.
Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? But he stays alive, still 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what's the word?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along.
You'd have to say, got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Astros. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Steve Pearce will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. In there, 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Dickerson moves over, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther.
And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
And here's the 4-pitch sequence again on show track. You'll notice it's all hard stuff early in the count. First 3 pitches, then he pulls the string on him here on pitch number 4, and down he goes.
Evan Gattis now standing in as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high. To even now at 2-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Luis Valbuena will get his first opportunity here. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Forsythe is there for it. 1 out. Jason Castro steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for grounder down the line at third. Played on the backhand. On to first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2 up, 2 down start to the third.
The right fielder, number 6.
Jake Marisnick will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 2th in there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. So it's back to the top of the order now, and striding in the speedy.
How much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the fourth. So the base is empty here with one away, and he'll have another shot at it here. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Carlos swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Steve Pearce heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one. From the stretch. Chopped weakly to the left. Longoria barehands it. Got him.
Oh, love it. And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand
2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the fifth. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the fifth. Evan Gattis in. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 15 up, 15 down to start the ball game. Last half of the fifth coming up, and we still have no score. Leading off the inning, Luis Valbuena, and they'll need him to get something. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Jake Marisnick stands in, looking to put the in 1 and 2. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one, and he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Jose Altuve will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's in the dirt, and he's down 0-2 now. And he strikes him out here, so that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there.
And misses here at strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. Miller's got it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Well, you could see this building even from the first couple of innings. He still has not allowed
out for the 3rd time, and he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 7 perfect innings as he begins to close in now. It is stretch time here in Tampa. We'll stretch with him. It's the Rays 2 and the Astros nothing. Steve Pearce comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2, and he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
And just another outstanding pitch right there, and it's not easy to do with so much on the line here in the 8th inning, but he's now down to his final 5 outs.
Colby Rasmus will stand in. Closer starts to get loose out there. On the ground near home. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 big outs remain, but the finish line, it's starting to come into sight.
To short. Gloved by Miller. And the throw to first just about takes him out as it skips up and over him.
The batter,
Luis Valbuena will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strike 2.
He's closing in on putting up.
And he struck him out. So he's now through 8 full innings and will take his no-hit bid into the 9th. One left for Houston. They trail it here 2-0. Striding in to start the 9th, Jason Castro, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Pulled toward right center field. Kiermaier has it in his tracks, makes the play, 1 away.
Oh, and that's a big first out, and it's nice to get that first one out of the way. He's not home yet, though. Still 2 big outs to get through before it's celebration time.
And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Struck him out. So now just one man stands between he and his no-hitter.
Oh, and this crowd is really going to be up and into it now. 1 out to go. Man, this is awesome.
Jose Altuve will... Strike 3 called, and it's over. A no-hitter.
Well, he's down there getting swarmed by his teammates right now, and he deserves it. Truly one of the best pitching performances that I've ever witnessed, and he puts his name into the record books with that no-hitter.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 2-0. Good night from Tampa. Welcome back to the MLB pregame show. The action is right around the corner, but before we get there, we'll take a look at some young talent you'll see out on the diamond with today's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Willie Winters will be our subject, and everybody's been talking about the perfecto he tossed a few days ago, so today everybody's anxious to see what his encore will be.
Yeah, and it was such a thrill to watch him make baseball history with that perfect game. I mean, it's just such an amazingly difficult thing to do, and he did it in such dominant fashion. I mean, I know that it's sort of obvious, but really, there's not another word that I can think of that describes him on that day better than dominant. But after all the emotions and excitement he's dealt with this week, it'll be interesting to see how focused and ready he is in this one. Should be a fun one to watch.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. Now from the home of the Rays, you get a look there at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays. It'll be fun watching these two go at it. It's next on the show. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
And there you get a look at the starting pitcher whose job it'll be to keep these guys in check. His number is right there on the right side of your screen. Leonis Martin heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off for Seattle.
Losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
And it hasn't been a homestand to remember so far. They're just 2-3 in their first 5 games, so they're going to need to pick it up.
A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, well, Logan Forsythe, he doesn't have show-stopping speed, but his defense is highly regarded for a good reason. He's had some trouble staying healthy, but that shouldn't overshadow some of his great performances.
From the stretch.
9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out this side on 9 pitches. More coming up under the dome in just a moment. Adam Lind makes his way to the plate. He'll get a start looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he chased it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Lind was retired, and there's one away.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
Here's Robbie Cano now. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Man, not wasting any pitches so far in this inning. And you see the great curveball there on show track? He struck out the first 2 batters on just 6 pitches.
Here's Seth Smith now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce.
Pitches. He's got a chance to keep it in.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. Nori Aoki leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the 3rd.
Well, he's faced the minute
up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And they just can't touch him right now as this is swung on and missed. 7 punch-outs now, and there's 1 away.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Ketel Marte will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 0-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
2 straight strikeouts here to start out the inning, but that's 8 for him now in the ball game. These guys have really had a hard time figuring him out.
Standing in now, Reggie Wolf, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Comes into this one at 271. And strike out the side. Here it is. Chopped weakly up the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Leonis Martin is ready here as we
would be huge.
High in the air out to center field. Kiermaier is under it. 1 out. At the plate, Kyle Seager. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. It's the third base umpire. Ball 2. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Nelson Cruz Digs in with it. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Adam Lind heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. He's deep in the hole now, 0-2. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
Classic in 2013. He hit .469 for the undefeated Dominican team on his way to the tournament MVP award.
Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Seth Smith. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mariners are down in order. Halfway home, still no score. Nori Aoki makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Well, that might be his way of saying, look, enough of the foul balls already.
And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
The batter, number 4.
Now at the plate, Ketel Marte. He'll swing it from the left side, right, 1-2. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Reggie Wolf stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Now a flare out toward right center. Forsythe is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the 6th consecutive inning here. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. And we still have no score. Leonis Martin will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
2. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
1 away, and here's the left-handed hitting third baseman, Kyle Seager. Now a southpaw up to 0-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 1-2. And Seager had another solid year in 2015.
You're right, Matty. He had career highs in both homers with 26 and doubles when he hit 37 that year.
Well, you could see this building even from the first couple of innings. He's in control, 0-2, and he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 7 perfect innings as he begins to close in now. It is stretch time here in Tampa. We'll stretch with him. The Rays are out in front, 1-0. Adam Lind comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. The 0-2 delivery. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
And just another outstanding pitch right there. And it's not easy to do with so much on the line here in the 8th inning. But he's now down to his final 5 outs.
Robinson Cano will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Got him.
4 outs away from his date with history.
4 outs to go, and if he's feeling the pressure out there, he sure isn't showing it. He looks like he's just out there throwing a bullpen session or something.
Seth Smith ready to try again. Struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Nori Aoki will stand in now out for the second time. Got him. So the magic number for a perfect game is now down to 2.
That's a big one there to start the ninth. 2 outs away now. You can cut the tension in this building with a knife.
Ketel Marte will stand in, and he, like so many else, too. Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and thrown. Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
Oh, and this crowd is really going to be up and into it now. 1 out to go. Man, this is awesome.
Franklin Gutierrez will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Strike 3 called, and it's over. He's pitched a perfect game.
And that is absolutely dominant. I mean, what else could you say? 27 up, 27 down. And you know what? This is the first time I've ever witnessed a perfect game. So it's one of the hardest things for a pitcher in the world to do, probably the hardest. But we were fortunate enough to see it here, guys. A perfect game.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 1-0. So long from Tampa.